Ooh. The Los Angeles Dodgers have just beaten the Toronto Blue Jays in a all-time classic World Series. The Dodgers become the first team to win back-to-back titles in 25 years. Your Los Angeles Dodgers are officially a dynasty.
It's time for Dodger baseball. Welcome to Dodger Stadium.
This is the golden age of Dodger baseball. The Dodgers are building a dynasty.
You got it, Warren, in parade. We got a parade. The Dodgers punch back and head to the championship series. Ohtani starts the 50-50 clock. Monkey magic. Freeman hits the ball to right field. She is gone. Start the party, Los Angeles. Your Dodgers have won the World Series.
Think blue, bleed blue, and I'm out.
Live from the heart of Los Angeles, this is Dodgers Dugout Live with your host, Doug McKain.
What is up, Dodgers Nation, and welcome to Dodgers Dugout Live, the #1 Dodgers podcast and Dodgers show on YouTube. My name is Doug McKain, and I could not be happier. Your Los Angeles Dodgers, our Los Angeles Dodgers, just pulled off what many thought was going to be impossible, and that is go on the road and win games 6 and 7, coming down from 3 games to 2, coming down from a deficit in this game, a 3-run deficit to win in extra innings. The Dodgers down late in this one. The Dodgers showing fight until the bitter end. Miguel Rojas comes through. Will Smith comes through with the go-ahead home run. And Yoshinobu Yamamoto, who you know is going to be the World Series MVP. And I think I owe you guys a shoey, because let's party tonight, Los Angeles. It is going down here. Let's celebrate on the Dodgers Dugout Live on Dodgers Nation. Let's do this. To taste the fruits of victory, it is so sweet. Let's do a round 2 for 2 titles in the last 2 years, Dodgers Nation. Woo! Can you believe what we just saw? Not just one of the greatest Dodgers games in history, one of the greatest Game 7s in the history of any sport. For anyone to lose that game, it would be a nightmare. It would haunt you for the rest of your lives. But your team, your boys in blue, found a way to win just like they did yesterday. And the Dodgers are officially a dynasty. How about love for Miguel Rojas? How about love for Max Muncy? If you want the dub, you've got to slug, and the Dodgers found a way to slug their way back into this one. Max Muncy in the 8th to make it a 1-run game. Miguel Rojas in the 9th to make it a tie game. And then Will Smith in the 11th with 2 outs off Shane Bieber to put the Dodgers on top 5-4. And then Yoshinobu Yamamoto. Save us, Yoshi. You did that. Yoshinobu Yamamoto, after going 6 innings and throwing 96 pitches the day before, Yoshinobu Yamamoto, he comes in and he finds a way to get it done for the Dodgers. Ultimately goes 2 2/3 innings, 1 strikeout, 1 walk through 34 pitches. After going 96 pitches, Yoshinobu Yamamoto, you are a Dodgers legend. You should never have to pay for anything ever, another drink, another sake, anything in the history of your time in Los Angeles. You should never have to pay. He is officially in the same category as Sandy Koufax, Orel Hershiser, and Yoshinobu Yamamoto. Stay it with me. Yamamoto is now in that group. You got Sandy Koufax, Orel Hershiser, and Yoshinobu Yamamoto as all-time Dodgers postseason legends that put their careers on the line, put their health on the line to pitch complete games, to find a way to make it back into games. And he told Dave Roberts before this game that he was interested in pitching, and he does just that. And he was the guy on the mound to get the job done for the Dodgers. Just an incredible night from Yoshinobu Yamamoto, from this entire Dodgers team, an unsung hero like Miguel Rojas. Will Smith comes through. Shohei Ohtani gives up the big 3-run home run to Bo Bichette. But somehow, someway, your Los Angeles Dodgers just found a way to win. This was peak Dodger baseball. This was truly peak Dodger baseball. I don't think anything is ever going to top this. I think we have reached peak Dodger baseball because now you're a team that won 13 games to win the World Series. You beat the Reds in 2 games. You beat the Phillies that everyone picked to beat you. They were the trendy pick to win the World Series. You beat them in 4. You swept the team with the best record in baseball, the Milwaukee Brewers, and then the Toronto Blue Jays. They go up on you 3-2, and you take 6 and 7, game 6 and 7 in their house at the Rogers Center, where all the fans were crying because they thought that, it should not have been a ground rule double. And what happens? You win the World Series in grand fashion. An all-time great World Series. We're going to hear from Dave Roberts. We're going to hear from the players. We're going to do wall-to-wall coverage here on the Dodgers Nation, Dodgers Dugout Live show here. And it is going to be a party. The Dodgers find a way to get back into this one, and you just love to see it. And what an incredible night. Just an all-time great night for the Dodgers. And thanks for joining us here. I mean, just so many things come to mind. I mean, for Yoshinobu Yamamoto to come in when he did, how he did it, for Vladimir Guerrero Jr. to get that double at the end, and your heart is pounding. You think anything can happen. A wild pitch. You got Barger trying to make up for what happened last night. And still the Dodgers, they prevailed in this one. And this is just a night we'll never forget. You're never going to forget who you're around right now, where you were. That is how special this World Series is and will always be. Now Clayton Kershaw, he retires with the World Series title. He contributed in this World Series. Never forget what he did in Game 12 with the bases loaded in the 18-inning game. Clayton Kershaw came through. He contributed. You did this for Alex Vesia, who is dealing with a family emergency, something that's bigger than baseball, something that would hold him back when you know he would do anything to be a part of this team in the World Series. You won for Alex Vesia. You won for a Dodgers group that might not be together again. Kike Hernandez, Miguel Rojas, they're going to be free agents. Max Muncy, he has a lot of club option. But even the primes, Freddie Freeman, Mookie Betts, the truth is this is not the youngest team. And you won a World Series with this group against the Toronto Blue Jays. You found a way to score more runs. And the beauty of all this is, what was the narrative, right? What was the narrative? The Dodgers can't hit. The Dodgers can't hit. Oh, the Dodgers scoring. They haven't scored more than 3 runs in an inning. And guess what? That was still the case in this one. In this game, think about this. The Dodgers, they scored 5 runs in this game. Not once did they score multiple runs in an inning in any of these innings of this game. I mean, it was all 1 run. Bottom of the 3rd inning, Shohei Ohtani, who was shaking the first couple of innings. Shohei comes out in the 3rd. He clearly just didn't have it. The command was down. He had never pitched on anything more than a 4 nights rest, and he goes on 3 days rest. He was not the same guy. The command was shaky. He gives up the 3-run home run to Bo Bichette on the slider, and then you're thinking, oh no, 3 runs feels insurmountable with the way this Dodgers offense has performed this postseason, and you just worked your way back into it. 4th inning, Teoscar Hernandez gets a hit on gets a sac fly to give the Dodgers their first run. It was a 3-1 game until the 6th when Tommy Edman got a sac fly after a Betts walk and a Muncy single. And then after Jimenez doubled to right to make it a 4-2 game, you're thinking, oh no, it's over. Then Max Muncy of Savage. What happened to Savage? The dream rookie season. It's over. Savage. That's the story of this World Series, right? He dominated the Dodgers. 12 strikeouts. And then what happened? Max Muncy, he crushes a bomb off him in the 8th inning to make it a 4-3 game. And then the hit of the year, one of the greatest home runs in Dodgers history. I know this sounds crazy. I'm going to say this right now to you here, right now. I'm going to say this to you here, right now. Miguel Rojas' home run in the 9th inning was equal to, or I'll say more significant than Freddie Freeman's walk-off grand slam in Game 1 of the World Series last year against the New York Yankees. Because without that bomb, the Dodgers, they most likely take an L. It would have been the second out. It brings up Shohei. You never know what's going to happen. That was a one swing off of Hoffman on the 7th pitch of the at-bat. He had fouled off some tough pitches. He took a slider up and in, and he didn't swing at it right off the plate, and then he gets a slider down and in. He turns on it, just lifts it out of the stadium, hits a bomb that tied the game. That is one of the most significant home runs in Dodgers franchise history. We are talking Kirk Gibson. Because who knows, if Kirk Gibson doesn't hit that home run, maybe the Dodgers still find a way to win that series. If Freddie Freeman doesn't hit that grand slam, maybe they find a way to win that series because it's still early in the series. If Miguel Rojas does not hit that home run, this most likely is a show about the Dodgers losing Game 7 of the World Series on the road. I can't believe I'm saying this. Miguel Rojas, you are an absolute Dodgers legend. I reported a couple of weeks ago when Miguel Rojas told me that he's going to retire after next season. Miguel Rojas told me he wants to retire as a Dodger and play one more year for this club. And he also told me that one day he wants to manage the Dodgers. And I can absolutely see it now. I can absolutely envision it now because Miguel M.F.ing Rojas just hit a home run that's in the conversation for most significant home runs in the history of the Los Angeles and Brooklyn Dodgers franchise. That is how significant that home run was. It saved the season. Think about this. If it weren't for Miguel Rojas' home run, we wouldn't be talking about the wheel play 20 years from now against the Phillies. We wouldn't be talking about, we would still be talking about Game 4 of the DS, maybe. Roki Sasaki's coming out party on the biggest stage. Maybe sometimes. We'd for sure be talking about Shohei Ohtani's dream all-time game with the 3 home runs and the 6 scoreless and 10 strikeouts. Wouldn't feel the same. And we would probably still talk about Yoshinobu Yamamoto's complete game in Game 2 of this World Series. Wouldn't feel the same. We would probably still talk about Game 3 of this series, the 18-inning classic, but you wouldn't enjoy it as much. But now, ladies and gentlemen, Dodgers Nation, we get to enjoy this entire run from start to finish, from Tokyo to Toronto, and everything in between, the ups, the downs, the good times, the bad times. Now it is a perfect ending, a Hollywood ending in Toronto. And it's all thanks to Miguel Rojas in that 9th inning, crushing a solo shot to keep the series alive. Not only that, this series is going to be talked about forever in the history of Major League Baseball. Whenever you bring up what are the best series, 2016 World Series, lots of really good series, right? This one goes down as one of the greatest World Series that you see in the history of the sport because of how dramatic it was. Because of how hats off to Yamamoto. Hats off to this team. Hats off to the Blue Jays. But now you get to celebrate this in every single inch of it. Yoshinobu Yamamoto, I've said it before this week, that Paul Skeens going to win the Cy Young, but this man right here, this man who the Dodgers gave $325 million to without ever throwing a pitch at the major league level, in his second year, just his second year in the show, I don't even know. I'm not even on Twitter right now. I already know he won World Series MVP, and he absolutely deserved it. Game 2, Yoshi, 9 innings, 1 run, 4 hits, 8 strikeouts, got the dub. Game 6, 1 run on 5 hits, 6 strikeouts, 6 innings, got the dub. Game 7, with the stones of steel, Yoshinobu Yamamoto, a day after pitching, comes out of that Dodgers pen and goes 2 2/3 innings, allowed no run on 1 hits, had a strikeout, MVP, most valuable player of the World Series, but MVP, most valuable pitcher in all of Major League Baseball for the calendar year of 2025. All-time stuff from Yoshinobu Yamamoto. And when Yoshinobu Yamamoto has a great game, you guys know how we celebrate here on Dodgers Dugout Live.
1, 2, 3 Yamamoto YoshinobuのモノマネしてるもしのぶYamamoto 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 Yoshinobuのモノマネしてるもしのぶ
Yoshinobu Yamamoto, incredible. All right, welcome to Dodgers Dugout Live. Let's take some comments. What an incredible night to be a Dodgers fan. And Will Smith, too. We've got to talk about Smitty. Will Smith, he's the clutch prince. That's what I dubbed him. I've dubbed him that for a reason. And he is as clutch as you can ever get. And now, by the way, a player named Will Smith has won the World Series for the 6th consecutive year, 2020, 2021, 2022, 23, 24, and 25. And thankfully, Will Smith will be on this team for many years to come. Will Smith became the first player ever to homer in extra innings of a World Series Game 7. We saw history on so many levels tonight, and we have so much to unpack. We'll talk about Shohei and Glassnow and the rest of this team and this performance, but celebrate Dodgers Nation. We've officially have a dynasty. This is something the Dodgers franchise, as great as they have been throughout their franchise's history, we have never seen this team have a true dynasty that's marked by back-to-back World Series titles. And now, hey, all things are true. If you want to be a hater and say the Dodgers have ruined baseball, fine. But the Dodgers are the model franchise, and they proved it tonight by coming through on the game's biggest stage. But I want to know from you guys, what was your reaction? Where were you when the Dodgers won their 2nd straight World Series title, 2025 World Series champions, and it feels so good, Dodgers Nation. Woo! Unbelievable stuff, man. I just can't believe it. I can't believe what we just saw. We've got RX. We always believe Yamamoto. This is your year. We've got K. Devin Turner might be better than the Miracle starting Kurt Russell. Make that Hollywood scriptwriters get ready. $50 from Pee Wee. I'm so happy. I love the Dodgers. We got D-Mac Jr. Us meeting gave them luck they needed. I did meet D-Mac Jr. I still have to send him a hat. We're working on that, but I appreciate you, my brother. And we've got Tom Vernia. Wow, with all the stuff going on, injuries, offense not showing up at times, problems with the bullpen, hell, flipping, yeah. Our 9-time World Series champions come through at the right time. Now we've got a parade. We could talk about 9 World Series titles in franchise history, back to back. Yeah, yeah. I see you doing the Magic Johnson Lake Show Angel. Ella Shiva Jones, it's incredible. I was in North Hollywood, Terry. We've got good job to the Blue Jays. Greatest baseball game I've ever seen. Yamamoto MVP. D-Mac, let's keep ruining baseball. Absolutely, Paul Gutierrez. Joe Jackson, GOAT, yes. I mean, unbelievable stuff. Smitty putting it down. Lots of love for your boys in blue. Lots of love for this team. It's kind of talking about this game, and that's what I'm excited to do right here. Just talk about this game, and you lead with Will Smith, and this is just such a tough-minded catcher. And think about this: Will Smith, Smitty, my doppelganger, the Clutch Prince. Will Smith, he caught more innings than any catcher in the history of the World Series. And he hits a home run, not in the first inning, not in the second inning, not in the third inning. He hits a home run after 11 innings. He caught it in 11 innings. That's when he hit his home run in the 11th inning. So he had just caught 10 innings and hits his bomb in the 11th inning. And that gave the Dodgers their first lead of Game 7. And it helped clinch their second straight title. 5-4 win over the Blue Jays on Saturday. It was Sunday morning at the Rogers Center in Toronto. Give love to these 7 pitchers who started games in this World Series. There were 7 pitchers that started games in this World Series that were used in this do-or-die Game 7. And that was also Game 4 starter Shane Bieber, who gave up that home run to Will Smith there in the 11th innings. And it's unbelievable that that's the dude who hit the bomb. Not because we don't know that he could do it, but the stamina to catch this entire postseason outside of that first part where he had Ben Rortvedt in the mix. Let's not forget, this is a guy that's dealt with injuries. He had the micro hairline fracture in his hand. The dude caught 73 innings this World Series, and that's a record. That was 2 more than Lou Krieger caught for the Boston Americans, a team that turned into the Boston Red Sox, in the 1903 World Series. So Will Smith, because of the extra innings, caught more innings than any catcher in the history of the World Series, and he is the guy that hits the go-ahead bomb. Will Smith, I love you, and this fan base loves you because you brought us all joy tonight. It's great to be alive, and it's great to be a fan of the Los Angeles Dodgers. Your back-to-back 9-time World Series champions. Let's ruin baseball, as Dave Roberts said. Hey, ruining baseball is a lot of fun. All those fans out there, I'm going to take a little sip of their tears right now because it is fun to ruin baseball. And then you talk about Yoshinobu Yamamoto again. I mean, am I crazy to say that? I mean, Sandy Koufax, Oral Hershiser, I think he's in that group now. I mean, after throwing 96 pitches on Friday, he escaped that jam because what made it so impressive is someone like a Yoshinobu Yamamoto. This is a guy that's a starting pitcher. This is a guy that's used to his routine and entering games with a clean inning. But he enters the game and he shows up in the biggest way possible because he inherited runners when he entered the game there, and Yamamoto goes into the 9th inning with that jam, and he finds a way to get out of it. And in that 9th inning, you had Blake Snell on the mound, and he gave up the single to Bo Bichette, and then IKF came in to run for Bo Bichette. Then he walks Barger, and then you get Yamamoto, who hit Kirk with the pitch. That's an up and in pitch, and then Pages comes into play center field. Then Varsho grounded to a fielder's choice to second. Kirk goes to second, and it's a 4-4 game. This is a 4-4 game, and you have the bases loaded. the bases loaded in a 4-4 game. And all of a sudden, Clement flies to center. Andy Pages, who entered that game just to play center field, it looked like it was over. I thought Ernie Clement had one. There were so many times tonight where I thought that the game was over. I thought that game was over, and I thought that was it. I thought, okay, great, this team, they really, they showed a lot of heart, and they were courageous, and they fought back. But Andy Pages saved the day. And he got a jump, and he finds a way to make the play, and he runs into Kike Hernandez, and they make that play, they make that catch, and they get out of the ninth inning. I thought it was over. I saw the Dodgers season flash before my eyes, but Andy Pages comes through in a big spot, and he's able to make that play. Should he have let Kike have that? Who cares? Did he cloud Kike? Who cares? Because what made it extra hilarious is Kike Hernandez, he falls on the ground, and he's tumbling around, and you think he's injured, and he gets up, and he's smiling. So I love how so many different Dodgers, some of the maligned Dodgers, came through to contribute in this one. And then Yoshinobu Yamamoto, I know now, he's officially named World Series MVP with the 3 wins this series. And for a while, it didn't seem like there was going to be a reason to use Yoshi. It felt like, okay, he's just going to be on the shelf because there's no reason to use him because you don't have a lead and you don't need him in a tie situation. But it was something insane. I mean, think about this. If I told you before this series that the Dodgers would hit 203 and have a 294 on base and a 394 slug and average just 3.7 runs per game, you would think, nah, not this year. No, they didn't win that World Series. Well, guess what? They found a way to win it. And it was Miguel Rojas in the ninth to even the score with the solo shot. It was Dodgers becoming legends. Max Muncy, Miguel Rojas, and Will Smith, they joined Lou Johnson, who is the only other Dodger in the history of this franchise to hit a home run in Game 7 of the World Series. He did so in 1965. And other thing, too, I mean, you got to give Dave Roberts some credit, too. We'll talk about the decision. I mean, we don't even really need to talk about the decision to take out Ohtani because it's not. That would be the lead of the show now, but it's not because the Dodgers ended up winning. But when Andy Pages came in for Tommy Edman there in the ninth inning, Pages, he found a way to get to that bases loaded fly ball that I don't know if Tommy Edman would have gotten to because he was playing with that bum ankle. So let's all think about that for a few seconds here. It's this when you are talking about two really good teams, when you are talking about teams that are really good, but the margins are thin, and you just never know what's going to happen, especially on the road. It is these small things that ultimately determine who wins. And if Tommy Edman was still in center field playing with that bum ankle, would he have gone to that ball? I'm going to say no. I'm going to say no, and I think that this series would have ended. Maybe Kike found it was a way to make a play on it. Hey, I guess we'll never know. But the fact that you inserted Tommy Edman there in the night, you inserted Andy Pages for Tommy Edman there in that ninth inning in a play that, I mean, there's just millions of plays we can talk about for this one. But Pages getting to that one with the bases loaded, a game-saving, a season-saving, a World Series-saving catch, just tumbling over Kike Hernandez, running into him like they're on the football field, just bowling over him, and that's the play that sends it to extra innings. I mean, just look at the jumps that they got. I mean, it looked like for a moment that Kike Hernandez was going to have to try to make a Willie Mays style over the back catch. I'm like, oh my goodness, are we going to see like a Chris Taylor Brewers type of catch or something like that? It looked like Kike Hernandez was going to do that, but the way that Pages was tracking the ball the whole time, he jumps, he lifts, and then he gets it. Kike gets trucked. Pages runs into the wall. But he makes the catch, and I love it. Andy Pages, you glorious king, you. I love you. I want to kiss you. Just incredible stuff. Just incredible stuff. All right, but we're going to hear from some of these Dodgers pretty soon. I can't wait. Let's see. We got our first one on the field. We'll see Freddie Freeman, and we're going to talk to all you guys. So it's going to be an extended show here on the Dodgers Dugout Live presented by Dodgers Nation. Also, be sure to go over to gearup.la for all your T-shirts. We're going to have a lot of championship gear over there, but definitely go get the Let's Ruin Baseball shirt because that's some awesome stuff, too. Go pick that one up, no doubt about that. Get the Mr. Keektober shirt. Heck, go get an Andy Pages T-shirt, too, because that was awesome. Yep, Yoshinobu Yamamoto, a once-in-a-lifetime performance. And, hey, I just want to say this. I have been watching sports my entire life. And that's all I do. Let's be honest. I really don't have hobbies. I watch sports 24/7, 365. It's what I do. I live and breathe sports. I've seen it all. I've watched it all. I've rewatched it all. And that was the most intense feeling that I've ever had watching a sporting event ever. Just because of the stakes, because of the back and forth, because frankly, look, at the end of the day, I do this, but I do this for a living, but I'm a fan at the end of the day. That's why I do this. And I wanted this so bad for these players, for this fan base, for this organization, for this city that I love. I love Los Angeles, right? And I wanted this so bad for this group. And it was heart pounding. And I'd never seen a World Series that was this heart pounding. I never did. This wasn't like this. I mean, Game 5 was intense last year. There's no doubt about that. But Game 7 on the road, where it could have gone either way. This, D-Mac, you're the real MVP. Appreciate that, Martinez. This is peak Dodger baseball for me and really peak sports as far as just overall intensity in a game. Both of those teams, tip your cap to the Blue Jays. I like John Schneider. I like Vladdy. I love the fact that entire bullpen had 51 on their caps. And, hey, you got to love the fact that they left it out. They left it all out on the field. The Dodgers left it all out on the field, and the better team won. And they won on the road on the biggest way possible. And you just got to feel so great for this team. And let's start to hear from these players. I'm sure it's going to be crazy with the World Series celebrations. I got some more big takes. I'm going to tell you what I think is the future of this team. But let's celebrate Los Angeles. Another World Series title for your boys in blue. I love L.A. in the words of the great Randy Newman. But let's hear from Freddie Freeman. Here we go.
Yoshinobu Yamamoto, what he's been able to do this World Series tonight, how do you describe it?
No words. That was absolutely incredible. Yoshinobu won us the World Series. That I can't even put that into words. The guy threw yesterday. That's 3 wins in a World Series. That's absolutely incredible. Oh my gosh. Yoshinobu, Will Smith. Thank you.
You guys had a goal to go back-to-back.
Yeah.
You now stand here as you're a 3-time World Series champion, but to go back-to-back, to make history in that, what does that mean to you?
I mean, back-to-back hasn't been done in 25 years. What's kind of cool is we get to use the same narrative next year because we can do what the Yankees did, 3-time champs. So back-to-back's amazing. 3-time champ, Clayton Kershaw.
How you guys did it.
Yeah.
What does that say about this team?
Man, that was a grind. It was all our pitching. Our pitching did this for us. I'm just glad we were able to score a few runs today.
Freddie, congratulations.
Yeah. Thank you, Kirsten.
Freddie.
Just looking at that final play right now, and you've got runners on the corners, Alejandro Kirk. He can end the game with one swing. He can tie the game with one swing. And you could also end the game with one swing on the Dodgers' behalf, too. The only thing he couldn't do in that situation was hit into a double play. And what does he do? He hits into a double play. The bat breaks. And who makes that final play? The guy that everyone said shouldn't have been at shortstop. The guy that everyone wanted to put in right field. The guy that everyone said, oh, this is his worst year, and Mookie Betts is bad, and, 7 more years of Mookie, who wants that? And it was Mookie Betts who fields that ground ball, and he makes a 6-3 double play, steps on the bag, and Freddie Freeman, he catches it, and it's pure joy. Freddie Freeman, you can see his big veneers, his big smile, And then you go to Yamamoto, who puts his head back and he lifts his hat in the air. And you see Will Smith just tackling him from the back. And then they cut to Miguel Rojas, who's smiling. And he's hugging Ben Rortvedt. Mookie Betts. He's losing his mind. He hugs Hae-Sung Kim. They go to the dugout where all the coaches are dogpiling, and then Blake Snell gets his first World Series. I mean, just seeing the joy on these guys' faces, Mookie Betts and Shohei Ohtani with their arms around each other, it's just something that you live for. And there's no guarantees you're ever going to get here. So when you do get here and you win, it just makes it that much more special because you know what it's like to be a Dodgers fan. You know what it's like to suffer. You felt what happened in 2013 and 2014 and 2016. You know those series against the Cardinals and the Mets and the Cubs, and 2017 getting cheated out of a title, and 2018 losing to the Red Sox, and 2020 everyone's saying you have a illegitimate title. It's a Mickey Mouse ring. And then 2021 you had Max Scherzer getting the dead arm. Hey, Max Scherzer, you didn't win. And, hey, your arm was alive tonight, but still, you lost. And then cheater George Springer. You prevented George Cheater Springer from getting a ring. That makes this that much better. Dodgers fans, think about this. Had they have lost this game, it would have been the 15th time in franchise history that the Dodgers would have lost in the World Series. That would have set a new record. They're tied with the Yankees for most losses in the World Series. But instead, you prevailed. And the Dodgers and their fans, they've done a lot of suffering throughout the years. But now, times are good. And Dave Roberts and Andrew Friedman and this organization, they have poured everything into this franchise, from resources, from money, and just the overall commitment, because they want this to be the golden age of Dodger baseball. And now tonight, after getting that final out, they have officially made this the golden age of Dodger baseball and a dynasty. Just incredible stuff. I mean, I can't believe this. I really, really can't. It was just one of the greatest World Series games, and to be a Dodgers fan, it makes it tougher to watch, but now after the fact, you get to enjoy it, and you're going to be rewatching this game again and again and again for the rest of your lives, and you're going to be thinking about it. It's going to bring back smiles and good memories, and you're going to put a smile on your face when you think of this game. Just incredible stuff, and this team is really just one for the ages. I mean, it really is. Now, let's talk more about this game. Let's do some more comments here. Keep firing away with all of these super chats. I see those, guys. It is really, really intense out here. We've got tons and tons of people in the chat, which is great to see, as always. But let's see. We've got not $5 super chat from Ryan. Doug, is it safe to say this is the greatest Game 7 in MLB history? Absolutely. I mean, wow, extra innings, back and forth, the changing of the leads, Yamamoto's gutsy performance, the Miguel Rojas home run. I think there's no doubt about it. Ryan, I'm eating an In-N-Out here in Austin, Texas to honor the Dodgers. Double meal, here I come. Miggy, the tech enthusiast. Yamamoto got to be the Dodgers dog of the game. He's a Dodgers dog of the year for that performance. He's the Dodgers dog of the series. Totally, absolutely. We've got some more. Don't hate $2. Appreciate that. The Nas. Hey, Doug, take a shot for my grandma. She unfortunately passed in August, but I know she was watching her favorite player, Smith, score that winning run. Petra Castellanos, 1932 to 2025. RIP. She's up there with Vin and Tommy and the rest of the Dodgers legends up in blue heaven on earth. So, yeah, we appreciate you watching this show. As always, you got to love that. But, all right, let's check this out here. I got some more comments with my man Joey Galderon. Okay. We got, welcome to Dodgers Dugout Live, number one Dodgers show on YouTube. See some more comments, guys. I want to know from you, give me one word to describe this team. And we're going to have a lot to unpack. I see people talking about Will Klein. Yeah, the Will Klein game now is another extra special thing to celebrate. All these extra things we get to celebrate now, because this team went on to win this series. And it's just a special night. It's a special night. Can't wait for the parade. I love seeing the celebrations all around town. Let's turn this place out. LA, the city of champions. The city of champions. And yeah, I mean, what makes this game, another thing too, is I didn't want to hear the Ohtani slander because we know that was going to be the top of the show, right? That was going to be the main thing we would be discussing tonight had the Dodgers ultimately lost this game. Because Shohei Ohtani, he was the opener. He got the start. He was pitching on 3 days rest. And let's be honest, he was not sharp. He struggled with command. He was shaky. And all of his pitches that weren't his fastball weren't good. The slider, he didn't really throw much sweeper. He worked in some splitter. The fastball velocity was okay, and it's not like there was a massive drop-off there, and he was able to navigate his way through those first 2 innings, and he did get scoreless frames in his first 2, but a lot of that was because of mistakes. George Springer, he, for some strange reason, just bailed on a stolen base attempt at the end of the first inning, and then Bo Bichette, he wasn't sent home from second base on a single that led to the bases getting stranded. So because of Bo Bichette's bum knee, they didn't get a run there. And then Shohei Ohtani was at 43 pitches through the first 2 innings, and Shohei looked exhausted. There was a moment in this game where he comes back out there to pitch the 3rd inning. It was a long commercial break, and Shohei is still out there throwing warm-up pitches. And John Schneider, the Blue Jays manager, he was yelling, like, what the hell's going on? Like, why isn't he pitching yet? He's basically going to be on 10 days rest by the time he starts this 3rd inning. They even went to an umpire expert that explained to the audience, hey, that it's at the umpire's discretion as to how much time Shohei gets. And basically, in the nicest way possible, he was like, hey, Shohei Ohtani, he lives differently than you, and he gets special privileges because he's the golden boy. Well, even that extra time didn't help Shohei because he ended up there where he was really upset about it. And all of the 3rd inning, George Springer, he's able to get a single off of him, and then he was bunted to second, and then he goes to 3rd on a wild pitch. Then Vladimir Guerrero Jr. was intentionally walked after Shohei fell behind the count 1-0, and then Bo Bichette, he absolutely obliterated a home run, a slider from Shohei that it probably needed a passport because that thing was going all the way back to the U.S. I mean, he crushed that dinger for a 3-run bomb, and that opened up the scoring to make it a 3-0 game early in Game 7, and that ended Shohei Ohtani's night. And the big question was, why don't you go to Tyler Glassnow earlier? Why don't you go to Justin Robleski? Do you go to that bullpen earlier knowing that Shohei Ohtani didn't have it? And ultimately, that was going to be a regrettable decision by Dave Roberts to not get that ball from Shohei to face the top of the lineup. I get it. You get through that lineup once, and you were shaky. You actually got some good luck because of the Bo Bichette bum knee. But they got greedy with that 3rd inning. And in hindsight, that was not the right decision. But how about Justin Robleski as another unsung hero in another example as to why it takes all 26 men on a roster to win a World Series? Everyone needs to do their part on the group project. Yes, you're going to get the A-plus students. They're going to do a lot of the work like Yamamoto and Ohtani. But it takes everyone to win a World Series, and Justin Robleski is a prime example. He was the first out of the Dodgers bullpen. He retired 4 of his 6 batters that he faced with 2 strikeouts. He ended his first postseason series going 5 scoreless innings with 6 strikeouts and 4 appearances. Robo was that dude for the Dodgers in the role. And then how about this? This game was so crazy. I want to see the Netflix documentary just on Game 7 alone. Just on Game 7 alone, because so much went down in this game. When's the last time you saw a benches clearing meetup in a World Series, let alone a Game 7? Well, guess what? You saw it in this one. In the 4th inning, when Andrés Giménez, first of all, Andrés Giménez my man, bro, is leaning in, and he almost got hit by one of the pitches, and then he ultimately does get hit by a pitch in the hand the very next pitch, and Jimenez is looking at Justin Robleski saying, oh, what was that, and all this stuff, and then Justin Robleski, like the dog, like the boss that he is, that wants that smoke, walks towards Jimenez and is like, what the F are you talking about? Why would I want to hit your bum ass? Because you are one of the worst hitters in baseball. Yes, you've had some success in the postseason, but why would I want to hit you with 2 strikes? It made absolutely no sense in any way. And it was much ado about nothing. It really was, because the bench is emptied, nothing happened, and really it was all nothing. And then you kind of move forward in this one. The Dodgers did have some good contact against Max Scherzer. The Teoscar Hernandez play really sticks out. I mean, they had some really bad luck. I mean, you look at earlier in this game where the Dodgers had some opportunities, and Teoscar Hernandez, he hits one that goes right under, that would have gone right under Varsho's glove, and it would have easily, it would have scored 3 runs. And that's just kind of what happens. That's what happens in baseball sometimes is, hey, you're going to have those bad lucks. I mean, in the 4th inning, that's what would happen. Will Smith hit a leadoff double. Yeah, Will Smith was great in this game. He was great in this series. He hits a leadoff double to left in the top of the 4th inning. Freddie Freeman singles. That sets the Dodgers up with runners in the corners. Then Muncy, a couple batters later, he draws a walk to load the bases. And then Teoscar Hernandez, he hits one that Dalton Varsho, he catches that nearly goes underneath him, would have rolled to the wall, and it would have cleared the bases. It would have tied at 3. Instead, they did get a sac fly to make it a 3-1 game. But that is an example of, hey, the Dodgers had some opportunities earlier, and they had some bad luck. I mean, Varsho just robbed him of a hit, and it was a really, really nice play. And then Guerrero, next play, he made a diving play at first base to stop a Tommy Edman liner to end the inning. And then it was Miguel Rojas, the very next inning in the 5th, that hit a one-out single to end Max Scherzer's night. And then after that, Shohei Ohtani, he singled off Louis Varland, who, by the way, Louis Varland, my man, he's going to have fun in Cancun because, dude, appeared in 15 games. That set a major league record, 15 games out of 18 in the postseason. But after that, Will Smith and Freddie Freeman, they flew out, so they didn't make the most of that opportunity. And, we'll keep breaking this one down. Just an incredible game. Chris Bassett was the 3rd guy in for the Toronto Blue Jays. Mookie Betts, he draws a walk off him. Max Muncy, he singles. And that sets up another run after a sac fly from Tommy Edman. That made a 3-2 game. So one thing about this game that was an improvement for the Dodgers was they didn't come up empty. And you want the big inning, and yes, they did not score more than 3 runs in any inning throughout this World Series, but they also didn't come up empty when they had runners on base. And that was really the difference in this game. 4th inning, you would want a bigger inning, but you got that 1 run, so you're chipping away to make it a 3-1 game. And that 6th inning, you want a bigger inning, but at least you got that 1 run thanks to the Tommy Edman sac fly to make it a 3-2 game. So that was really the difference in this one. Yes, it wasn't the best version of the Dodgers offense, but hey, timely hits, sac flies, and productive outs, that was the difference in this game. And then Tyler Glassnow. How about the hometown kid getting a World Series and playing a big role? Tyler Glassnow, who got the final 3 outs on 3 pitches in Game 6, he entered a tough situation in the 4th. You had 2 on, 2 out, and you're going up against the Blue Jays' best hitter, but he gets Vladimir Guerrero Jr. to fly out to end that threat, and that kept it scoreless. And then you had 2 hits, including an RBI double by Jimenez, and that's what really, really hurts you. Is I was thinking, okay, we're going to look back at this game. We're going to think, oh, my goodness, we let Andrés Giménez beat you. But that's what happened in the 6th inning. Clement got a leadoff single, and then Glassnow does not hold a runner. He hasn't held a runner his whole career, and Clement steals second. Jimenez doubles to right. That made a 4-2 game. And then give Emmet Sheehan credit. He comes in the next inning. He gave a 1-out single to Kirk, or 2-out single to Kirk, but he did his job. And then top of the 8th inning is when you really started to believe that this comeback was possible, that this could actually happen for the Dodgers. And that's with the long ball. And what do I always say, ladies and gentlemen, if you want the dub, you've got to slug. And that's the bottom line. When you outslug your opponent in the postseason, you win that game by over an 80% clip. And tonight, the Dodgers, say what you want about this team. All the criticism about being home run reliant, saying, hey, they're boomer bust. They swing for the fences. If they don't homer, they don't win. Yeah, that may be true. But today, they hit the home runs and they won the game. So that was, and also, too, it was off Trey Savage, too. So Game 5 starter Trey Savage. He got 5 outs in relief, but he also gave that home run to Max Muncy in the 8th inning. That pulled the Dodgers within a run. And then, how about showing Blake Snell some love? The other Game 5 starter, Blake Snell, he entered the game in the bottom of the 8th inning with a runner on second base. He retired all 3 batters he faced. And, wow, that's insane. A total of 7 pitchers who started games in this World Series pitched in Game 7. Ohtani, Glassnow, Snell, Yamamoto, who recorded 26 outs, and all those guys, 26 outs and 4 runs allowed with that group. I mean, that's insane. That's insane with that group. And then Scherzer, Savage, and Bieber, they recorded 21 outs, and they gave up 3 runs. But, yeah, the Dodgers, they get the win. And the parade is on Monday, Dodgers Nation. Unbelievable. All right, we're going to start hearing from some of these Dodgers players. We got Clayton Kershaw. We got the celebration. Oh, I want to hear from Miguel Rojas. I cannot wait to hear from Miggy Ro. He was injured at times last year during the postseason, did play in the World Series, did have a big impact. But boy, oh boy, did he have an impact tonight. One of the all-time great Dodgers home runs, Miggy Ro. Let's hear from him celebrating the Dodgers' 9th World Series title. Hey, you could say Yoshinobu Yamamoto is the World Series MVP. Miguel Rojas is Game 7 MVP.
The man that stuck with it all season long was the big brother, the glue, as his teammates call him. The game rewarded him, becoming the first. There's his manager.
Big hero! Talking about leaving it every single ounce of your body and being heart and soul on the field, this is what this guy did.
Thank you. Thank you for the opportunity.
Dodgers legend.
Thank you. No doubt, Dodgers legend, baseball legend, the first player ever to tie the game in a winner-take-all Game 7. What did you see when you hit the ball? Did you know it was gone right away?
To be honest with you, that long at bat, all I wanted to do was hit the ball up the middle, trying to get on base for Shohei, getting a good pitch to hit. I think fouling the last fastball off gave me confidence to kind of wait for the ball, and he handed me a slider down and in where I do damage, and I feel like I just put a really good swing on it. The ball cleared the wall. I didn't know how, but when I was running the bases, I was just so happy because actually I had conversation with my wife. For a couple of days now, she told me that something big was waiting for me, and what more special than that, you know?
You're a back-to-back World Series champion. Legacy cemented with these group of players. How much do these guys mean to you?
Yeah, this is legacy now because we didn't do it the easiest way. I feel like it took us the long work and a lot of sacrifice, and what the Dodgers have been doing for baseball the last 2 years. It's been remarkable. Everybody should be really happy and really proud for us. I know everybody say that we're probably ruining baseball because we got so much talent, but how about starting the year last year in Korea, this year in Japan, playing the longest season ever for a team that have to play, counting spring training, counting all the games that we have to play during the regular season, Sunday night baseball. I feel like they ask for a lot, and we kind of like in this moment for a reason.
From Tokyo to Toronto, the Dodgers are the world champions. Miguel Rojas, a big part of it. Congratulations. The game rewarded you.
Thank you, David. Appreciate it, man.
There he
Just unbelievable stuff from Miguel Rojas. I mean, we're talking about a dude that has changed my life for the better, that's brought tears to my eyes, that's brought joy to your life, to my life for 2 consecutive nights. It was the double play that ended the game. We're going to celebrate that greatest double play ever. It's another one of the million plays we get to celebrate, and he does it again tonight, but tonight he does it with the stick. And Miguel Rojas, he became the first player in Major League Baseball history with a game-tying home run in the 9th inning or later of a World Series Game 7. Miggy Rowe, you got it done, and I want to be the first to say this. Miguel Rojas told me that he wants to play one more year with the Dodgers and then retire. I want Miguel Rojas to be on this team next year. The Dodgers should sign him as a veteran, comes off the bench, can play shortstop, second base, third base. And I love what he said there about, hey, I was just trying to put the ball in play to get the bat and give Shohei Ohtani an opportunity. And what does he do? He hits a home run. And if you look at those home runs, Will Smith home run. If you look at the Will Smith home run that he hits in the 11th, if you look at the home run that Miguel Rojas hits in the 9th inning, they were essentially in the same exact place. And it was not just offensively. Miguel Rojas, he was smooth defensively all night. And one of the plays of the game, one of the sequences of the game, of course, it finds Miguel Rojas. If you're going to look at some of the defensive plays of the game, of course, you got to talk about Andy Pages, the catch he made in center field. But with Yoshinobu Yamamoto on the mound and the Dodgers desperate to keep this thing tied, and they're trying to find a way to get this thing into extra innings. Dalton Varsho, he grounded to a fielder's choice to second. Miguel Rojas gets it, and then he doesn't have it clean for a second. He kind of lost his footing for a quick second, and then he gets the ball to home plate, and Will Smith kind of taps on home plate. It looked like a bang-bang play. That would have ended the game. That would have won the World Series for the Blue Jays. But Miguel Rojas, he threw him out, and he was out by just a few inches, and the Dodgers going to win the World Series. And two, if you go back and look at that play, Isaiah Kiner-Falefa, he may have lost the World Series for the Blue Jays. He really have. Go look at that play. He did not take a secondary lead from third at all. Had he had taken a secondary lead, he would have scored easily. In the Blue Jays, they're popping bottles. Their eyes are stinging right now in that Blue Jays clubhouse. But thankfully, the Blue Jays making the dumb play and Miguel Rojas making the savvy play. So, Miggy Rowe, let's show some Miggy Rowe appreciation. Show it down below in the comments section. I know there were some dumb Dodgers fans that were hating on him all season long for some reason. I hope that they sign their Miguel Rojas apology forms tonight, because I can tell you from really getting to know Miguel Rojas very well, to the point where I almost consider him a friend at this point. This is one of the leaders of that clubhouse. This is a guy that would do anything for this franchise. His teammates love him. His coaches love him. The organization loves him. And he deserves nothing but love from this fan base. And I know after tonight, he will. But I also know, too, I kept those receipts. I remember those Dodgers fans. I remember those tweets. They're probably going back. They're probably deleting them right now. Don't worry. I got screenshots. Okay, we've got a win is a win no matter by how much. Okay, Mr. Fast and Furious. What's up, Dom, in the comments? Of course, I love you. Miggy Rosasaki, what are you saying? Oh, yeah, because he gave Roki Sasaki his number. I love that. Next coaching guy. Let's do the super chats down below in the comments section. We're going to hear from some more Dodgers coming up. Dave Roberts and Yoshinobu Yamamoto here on the official Dodgers World Series Championship post-game show on YouTube. Back-to-back Vomos Doyers. I'm making it my firstborn name, Miggy. Yeah, they're going to be asking you, hey, why is your child's name Miguel Rojas Will Yamamoto Shohei Ohtani, right? I mean, that's going to be you. Shuey. What up, SoCal Red? Day one, as always. We must re-sign Miguel Rojas. I love that. Delete all the troll posts from Padres fans. Even Tanner Scott gets a ring. Oh, come on now. Tanner Scott, we wish him well. Back-to-back, let's effing go, Dodgers Nation. Okay, let's hear from some more Dodgers. Okay, I'm excited about this one. Clayton Kershaw. I mean, I'm still trying to process everything that's going to come from this, and just right at the top is not only does Clayton Kershaw go out a champion, you can say that Clayton Kershaw contributed to this World Series. And I know last year at the parade, he's like, Dodger for life. And I didn't contribute to this. I didn't do anything, but I'm the happiest man in the world. Guess what, Clayton? You contributed. You did it in a big way, and you did it in extra innings when your team needed you. And now Clayton Kershaw is a 3-time World Series champion, and he's in that clubhouse. I'm guessing that he's got no pants on, but here's Clayton Kershaw.
Pants on. I don't know, Dave. Pants on.
Don't you worry. Clayton, congratulations. I mean, what a way to end your career. What does it mean just to be a world champion again? How special is that?
Look at these guys. It's just amazing when people that are as talented as they are go above and beyond for the team. And you just continue to see that over and over again. Shohei taking the ball tonight, then Blake, then what Yama did will never be done again, maybe. So just like Will Smith catching 18 innings, I'll never get to do this again. Just let it burn. It's the best. I'm just so grateful to be a part of this clubhouse.
You talked about how it's the relationships, the friendships, your teammates is what has made all these years so special. Is that what you're going to miss most about this?
Yeah, thankfully relationships keep going. You know, I'll get to keep in touch with these guys and I'll be around, but yeah, you don't ever get to do something like this again, I'll tell you that. This doesn't happen in normal life, so I got to do it more than a lot of people, and I'm overflowing with gratitude right now. I really am.
How you guys won this game, though? It was incredible. What does it say about this group in this season?
Yeah, they don't quit. Nobody quits. Everybody steps up. Everybody will just do whatever it takes. And just super honored to be in this clubhouse.
And congratulations. 3-time world champion. Has a nice ring.
That sounds good. Thank you.
As all of you.
I mean, just so many things change. I mean, Clayton Kershaw now a 3-time champion, and you couldn't be happier for the guy. You really couldn't be happier. I'm going to miss 22. It was a long time coming, and he gave us so many great days. There was just nothing like summers and turning on Clayton Kershaw and watch him going out there and dominate. And before this roster had all the stars that it has today, he was that guy. And he was that guy for many of you, including myself, for well over a decade, almost 2 decades. The pleasure and the privilege to watch Kersh, and you understand that intensity and that fire and everything that he played with, to feel that experience. That I'm going to miss that, but I could not be happier. It nearly brings me to tears to think about the joy that is in his heart and him going out as the champion that he deserved to go out as. And sure, he didn't get to pitch tonight, but my man was warming up. And you know that he was getting mentally prepared, and that there's no one that has done more for this franchise as a player as far as taking on the pressure and the expectations and the weight of the world of an entire fan base and dealing with those failures and dealing with more of those successes. And Clayton Kershaw gets to go crazy on Monday at Dodgers Stadium for another parade, and it's pure joy. All my Christians out there, my devout Christians, today is a happy day for us. Our guy goes out as a World Series champion, the guy that he deserves to be, beating the cheater that stole a World Series from him, and also taking down another guy that is in the conversation for the pitcher of his generation. No, the pitcher of this generation is Clayton Kershaw, and he goes out a champion to work his way back from the injuries and be a part of this group. He's worked so hard and tirelessly just to put his body, and he's rocking the dad bod, right? But to put his body in a position to do this, it's incredible. But now let's hear Kersh and Dave Roberts' speech. We got Dynasty status too. Yep, exactly. How sweet. Merry Kershmas. I see that comment. LOL, I'm drunk. Yeah, I need to get drunker. I just got my Modelo. I did a couple shoeies, and we got a lot of you guys going crazy in the comments. Gonna miss that uncle. Yeah, he's definitely going to be in the mix, man. He'll be around. Some more super chats, $20. I appreciate that. My man, I like that. Just dropping some dough with no comment. I'll take it. Sports Hub, $5. Kershaw is the epitome of Dodgers baseball. Got us through the McCourt era and led us to the golden age. He deserves to leave as a champ. Love that. Absolutely. He absolutely has earned that and deserves it for sure. Found the channel because I needed more Dodgers talk. Let's go, Dodgers. Yeah, if you guys are new to the channel, this is the #1 Dodgers show. There's a lot of Dodgers podcasts, a lot of Dodgers shows, but this is the most viewed and the most watched and #1, and you guys are the reason why. And we're going to go crazy all off season too, so definitely be sure to rock with us all off season, and it's going to be exciting stuff. But let's hear what Dave Roberts had to say to the group inside that Dodgers clubhouse, along with Clayton Kershaw. Thank you so much. My wife just handed me another Modelo. I love you. All right, let's go here. Let's do it.
Real quick and sweet. That's all we got. I can honestly say what you guys accomplished this year is unprecedented. Starting in Tokyo, all the stuff that we had to go through, guys that weren't here, that came later and pitched huge innings, played huge innings. No one ever wavered, and we asked each other to believe in each other. And you guys made it easy for me to believe in you guys. And you can go through the whole postseason, and every single person in this team stepped up and had their moments. And so it's just not about right now. I want you guys to take this with you because this is about life. And I coach because I love you guys, but I want you guys to take this message of what we accomplished going forward. But what you guys did is so special. Hey, and I want to give the stage right now to one person. And we all know who it is. And so
I'm a fucking
my last point is this guy is a first ballot Hall of Famer. Why? Not because of the talent, because every little thing matters. Being a great teammate, how he works, how he's not afraid to compete. And like today, Miguel Rojas, what do I say? Is the game honors you. Today, the game honored Miggy. What Yamamoto did will never be done again. Hey, this is this guy's last guy. Love you, Cody. This is this guy's last time in the clubhouse as an active player. And so, the floor is yours, Clayton.
Thanks, Doc. No pass. It's an absolute honor to be in this clubhouse with you guys. I love every single one of you. I can't imagine a better way to go out than to pop out with this group of guys.
What an awesome moment.
Wow, what a moment right there. And Dave Roberts is absolutely right. We are never going to see this again. When it comes to Yoshinobu Yamamoto, a guy after throwing 96 pitches the day before to come out there and pitch and go over 2 innings the way he did, and just to see that, and yes, it kind of makes it better when you have signed a $325 million contract, you're pretty much set, but in a day and age when everyone's thinking about themselves and their contract, and look at Max Scherzer. He didn't pitch for the Dodgers because he was thinking about his own contract, and he screwed the Dodgers in 2021 because of it, and that's why I think they didn't win that year, partly because of that. And you see Clayton Kershaw, everything he's given to this franchise, and Miguel Rojas, hearing Dave say that the game rewards you, and yes, it absolutely does, and we saw that as evidenced in this game with giving him that big swing, having him come through that moment, and doing what he did. And think about this Dodgers team. Spring training early, going to Tokyo, guys getting sick with Mookie and Kike. That whole clubhouse felt like it was sick coming back from Tokyo. They have played longer than any other team in baseball, and they've had a target on their back. They have been every other team's World Series, even before the World Series. And then on top of that, you don't finish with one of the byes, and you had to play 2 extra games in that wild card round, and you still went all the way to 7. All the way to 7. We were pushed to the brink as much as you can be pushed to the brink. We were right close to the edge so many times in this particular game. So many times. But the Dodgers found a way to win because they're built different, because they have championship DNA, and I think the number one reason why is because of how much this team loves each other. And every guy pulls for each other. Every guy wants each other to win and experience this. And you could just feel it. You could just feel it with this group, how badly they wanted it as a group for each other. Kike Hernandez, Clayton Kershaw, Miguel Rojas, Freddie Freeman, Mookie Betts. I mean, name one guy on this group that didn't contribute. I mean, you could say Pages didn't do much, and then all of a sudden he saves the season with a catch late in this game. Tommy Edmonds struggled sometimes. He comes through in a big way too. I mean, there was just so many examples of everyone on this roster contributing in some capacity. I mean, even Anthony Bond and Blake Trinan had success earlier in this run. I mean, it's just really a team victory, and it doesn't make sense, too. I mean, it really doesn't. Think about this. Think about this. This was the postseason run for the ages. As far as I'm concerned, I don't want to say I'm satisfied because I'm greedy, and I want this team to do a three-peat just like the Lakers did or with Kobe and Shaq back in the day, and I think this team can three-peat, but I don't think we're ever going to top this as far as the emotional highs and the emotional lows, the thrill of victory and the agony of the defeats in this run. I don't think we're ever going to experience this level of heart-pounding action in the thrill ride that was the 2025 Dodgers. This was the newest ride at Magic Mountain. The newest roller coaster was called the 2025 Dodgers. A lot of ups, lots of downs, going upside down, loop-de-loops, going 100 miles per hour. And you really don't want this ride to end, but it was one hell of a ride. And I just don't think we're ever going to experience anything like that. I mean, we might see Dodgers teams that are just dominant, right? That don't have bullpen issues, that has offenses that are a little more consistent, right? And they just plow their way through the World Series and sweep a World Series, right? Sweep the NLCS. But this ride, now that it's over, looking back on all the stress and all the high wire acts, I mean, just look at Game 3 of this series. The Shohei Ohtani reaching base 9 times, and Kirsch and Robleski and Sheehan and all the guys that came through, the Will Klein game. I mean, there are just so many heroes throughout this run. There was so many close games. Game 1 of the NLCS, the Roki Sasaki. I mean, Game 4 of the DS are just so many. Think about this. The Dodgers, think about this. Process this. The Dodgers just won a World Series without scoring more than 6 runs in a 9-inning game. Think about that. Think about that. An offense that's averaging less than 4 runs per game found the way to win the World Series. And look who they beat. Look who they beat. This was an absolute gauntlet. This was an absolute gauntlet. This was a gauntlet. I mean, you went through a wild card round, had to play 2 extra games, then you beat the Phillies, who were the 2 seed, beat the Brewers, who were the 1 seed, had to go on the road in both series. In both series, you took both games on the road in those series, and then you beat the 1 seed in the American League. I mean, and just look at this entire run. This entire run. Outside of that Red series, you score in your wins 5 runs, 4 runs against the Phillies in those first 2. In the clincher, 2 runs. Then against the Brewers, 2 runs, 5 runs, 3 runs, 5 runs. World Series, your wins 5 runs, 6 runs, 3 runs, 5 runs. Never had an explosive offensive game outside of that wild card round. And you were still able to get it done because of elite starting pitching, because gutsy bullpen performances. How about guys like Roki Sasaki turning their season around, Will Klein becoming heroes, Robleski emerging as someone. I'm still trying to figure out how the hell we won this thing. But, yeah, they just beat the hottest offense in the history of the postseason. That's how good the Blue Jays were historically, averaging 6.5 runs heading into the series. So great offense doesn't matter. They find a way to win because of Yoshinobu Yamamoto. And they won with slug. Just incredible stuff, man. I mean, just a dynasty. It's truly a dynasty. I've got to see 3 World Series titles in my lifetime as a Dodgers fan. And hey, I never thought I would ever say that. I really, really don't. All right, let's hear from some more clubhouse interviews. We got Miguel Rojas again. We've got we got to hear from Kike Hernandez. We got to hear from Mr. Keektober doing his thing like he always does. But keep firing below in the comment section. I'm going to let me read 10 comments right now. Here we go, guys. Let's keep celebrating here on the Dodgers Dugout Live. We got $49.99. Appreciate that a lot. You guys are going to give me my money to sign all my big free agent targets. We got D-Mac. We did it from 15, and we got Guns Up $49.99 to D-Mac, back-to-back World Series champs. We sent Kershaw riding into the perfect sunset. What a team. Been following you on Dodgers Nation since 2019. Thank you for everything you do. I am so hammered. Dodgers for life. Love you, D-Mac, my man. Guns Up, I appreciate that. 2019 was the first year I started at Dodgers Nation, and we've built this massive platform, and it's because of you guys that we've built it. All about you guys. 2026, they're going to repeat 1999 from Jason Diamond. I love that, Jason Diamond. I want to see more rings with diamonds, World Series rings. And, don't forget about Mad Max for Alex. Rojas MVP. Love you, G. What up, Ricardo? Representing. Can't kill me. Yeah, you can't kill the Dodgers. This is the never say die Dodgers, and they showed that once again. The championship medal with this team. I'm just trying to savor every moment of watching this group because they're truly an all-time team. A team now where we get to put in the groups with the great teams. But even if it's not even about that right now, it's about this is our all-time Dodgers team because this is the ride of a lifetime, and they are just delivering moments, core memories for you that you'll never forget. Like, I'm going to be on my deathbed when I'm like 100 and something, and I guarantee I'm going to be thinking of this team. Like, I guarantee I'm going to be thinking of the 2024 and 2025 Los Angeles Dodgers runs because I've been watching this team since I was a baby. I've been through the good years, the bad years, and everything in between. And to see, I think, a team and an ownership group that is kind of matched your fandom out there and your passion, that's what makes this so unbelievable and exciting to be a part of. But here's Kike Hernandez. I like that. They not like us. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. All right, love it. All right. Here's Kike Hernandez, who's talking in that extra lit champagne shower going on in Toronto.
Kike Hernandez, a.k.a. Kike Hernandez, a.k.a. one of the biggest voices in this clubhouse. You've been part of 3 World Series championships.
Yeah, 3 of them. Back to back.
What can you say about this group of guys?
Man, incredibly proud of these guys. The season started years ago in Tokyo.
Tokyo to Toronto.
Tokyo was years ago, but I mean, it took a lot of hard work. It took a lot of people within the organization to get this job done. the guys that were active on the roster, the guys who weren't active on the roster, the guys that, came and went throughout the season that helped us out for however long. Full team effort, full organization effort. This World Series was epic. It was one of the best ever, and we had one of the best Game 7s of all time. And I'm just incredibly proud to be part of this group. I love every single one of my teammates. I love every person in this room celebrating right now. Bernard Lee, he likes free things. He's the one throwing beer at us. Man, it wasn't easy. It wasn't pretty, but we did the damn thing.
How were you able to counterpunch every time they gave you their best shot?
Believe, bro. Believe. We believed in each other. We never gave up. This is what we play for. Game 7, even though we fell down 3 early and this place was incredibly loud, we kept fighting. We kept the fight. We kept going. We kept, the dugout was alive, and I think that's what, allowed us to keep going and staying positive. And obviously, when you got a guy like Yoshinobu Yamamoto on your team, it makes things a little easier, especially for a guy like me that, all I did was bring in, a piece of fucking a pencil to the project to get an A, but I got an A, and here we are, back-to-back champs, David.
That's right, Enrique. 3-time World Series champion, back-to-back. Kike Hernandez.
Love your nipples.
Kike Hernandez, ladies and gentlemen, touching David Vassay's nipples, and he says right there, all I did was bring a pencil to the group project. Hey, no, you brought some pens, you brought some notebooks, you brought a ruler, you brought an eraser because you've erased some leads for other teams, and I love how he had the pitching helmet on. No, Kike, you did a lot more than you just bring a pencil to the group project. And another hero from tonight, another longtime great Dodger, another guy who is, in my book, a part of Dodgers lore forever, a Dodgers legend, a guy I want to see retire in Dodger blue, the great Max Muncy. He gave the team hope. He gave the team hope. I think Rojas, Muncy gave you hope. Rojas made you believe. And then Will Smith made you realize it was going to happen. And then Yamamoto, he was the guy that slammed the door shut on this team for this World Series. But it was Max Muncy who gave you that hope with that home run to cut that lead to 1 late in this one. Here's the funky Muncy who's talking right now in that Dodgers clubhouse.
Max Muncy, a 3-time World Series champion with the Dodgers. Max, this was a long year from Tokyo to Toronto, but you guys found a way.
Yeah, we sure did. We really extended the season there, didn't we?
How were you able to keep your composure in that moment to hit that home run? Without that home run, it's a bigger hill to climb.
You're just trying to move the baton, really. That at bat, you just try to get something up in the zone. The first pitch I thought was way up, but that told me where the zone was, so I was looking up there, and he left another one up there, and I got a good swing off and got us closer. I wasn't sure if I needed to be too excited in that moment or not, but we're still down 1 run, but I knew that got us closer, and with the guys we had coming up, I felt really good about it.
What can you say about what you witnessed as far as what Yamamoto did in this World Series?
Unbelievable. Wow. I've never seen a guy do that. And to go out and just still have the stuff 1 day after he pitched, that's absolutely incredible. That guy's a dog. He put his body on the line for us.
Max, if you look at this game tonight and this World Series, it's the core group guys that were there, that have been there, that have been on the mountaintop. You guys have found a way to keep that hunger. Do you feel like this is the reward, and how rewarding is it to be able to go through a lot of adversity personally?
I mean, if this ain't the reward, then I don't know what is. I mean, this is why you're playing the game right here, to do this, celebrate, lift up that trophy. I mean, you don't need any more reward than this right here.
All right, enjoy the celebration, Max Muncy. You deserve it.
Yeah! You like that?
I love it, Muncy.
I love it, Muncy. Wow, that was some good stuff right there. He got him pretty good. All right, let's hear from Tyler Glassnow, too. I want to hear from the hometown kid because he played a role. But, hey, Max Muncy, he goes 3 for 4 in this game. Max Muncy, he was huge. He goes 3 for 4, gets the big home run in the 8th inning to give this team hope, like I said, and their dudes came through. And that's the thing. When Dave Roberts talks about, I'm going with my guy, I don't care what the numbers are, I'm going with my guy. Look at the dudes who came through. Max Muncy had 105 plate appearances while hitting a home run to start the season, one of the worst of his career. Puts on the glasses, takes off, comes through in a big way. Had big home run in the Brewers series, big home run in this series. He was big early in this series. He cranks a bomb late in this one, and it was off you savage. And that was savage by the Funky Muncy to do just that, to give him hope. And then that's why Dave has his guys. And today, Dave's guys stepped up. And I think Tyler Glassnow is another dude that's taking a lot of heat. A lot of people say it wasn't a big game pitcher. A lot of people called him soft. What I say, that was Glass then. This is Glass now. And I could not be happier for the Santa Clarita Kid, the same place where the producer of this show, you guys know Tony Taters, who's probably butt naked right now. He's probably in the fetal position in his kitchen crying to his 8x10 signed Clayton Kershaw autograph because it's his last game. But I'm also thinking those are tears of joy. But he's from the same place as Tony Taters. So let's hear from Tyler Glassnow. And then we're going to get to more of your comments too. Doug McKain, this is my second tall boy modelo. Carne asada night for me, baby. God damn it, I love this team, and I love this city. I love you guys. Here's Tyler Glassnow.
Congratulations. I know we talked it ahead of the game, but to be here, to be celebrating, how special is this?
It's amazing. I've been dreaming of it forever. Just to do it with this group of guys, it's awesome.
Came to the Dodgers because you wanted to win. You've now got 2 championships under your belt. When you think about what you were able to do, going back to back, the history you've made, just to be a part of that, what does that mean?
That means everything. I just think to do it with all these dudes, not a lot of ventilation in here. Not a lot, yeah. It's amazing. These guys, it's incredible. Just to see what Yamamoto did, to be honest, is like some of the craziest things I've ever seen. The guys stepped up. Miggy dominated. Will hit a home. It was just so storybook. I've never seen a series like that. I've never seen a Game 7 like that. I'm just happy I got to be a part of history with everybody.
Fight back. What does it say about this team, though, and how you guys were able to win this one?
There's no quit. We got a bunch of dogs on the squad. Everybody. No one quits. Look at Steve. There's a dog right there.
My teammate.
Dog.
The feel coming out the bullpen being a part of this, it was insane.
It was sick. That was dope.
It was nasty.
Let's do it again.
Listen, but you came here.
Let's keep going. Let's go.
You came here to be a champion, just like him. I mean, to do this in your first year in this organization, what does it say?
It's unbelievable, but we chased this in 2020. We lost to it.
Oh, yeah.
And now we on this team.
I know. It's incredible.
Welcome to the...
Yeah, you can't even join them, baby. Come on. Yeah. Hello. Absolutely.
Congratulations.
Yeah, thank you very much. Appreciate it. Thank you.
Yeah, I mean, think about that. Just think about that right there. What he said is that they were both on the team that tried to beat the Dodgers in 2020, and they're with the Tampa Bay Rays at the time. Of course, you know, the moment with Kevin Cash, and they find a way to get on this team and win this series together as a group. And I think, too, a little redemption for Blake Snell tonight. I think Blake Snell, in his 2 starts, didn't pitch about as well as he wanted to, but still, he battled. I mean, he didn't pitch poorly at all, but the expectations just were so high for him because of how he performed earlier in this postseason that you were hoping for Blake Snell to really kind of have his moment. And I think he did. I really think that now he can feel really great about how this series ended because the both games that he pitched, the Dodgers did not win, gave up back-to-back home runs to start Game 5 of this series, but he played a role tonight. Blake Snell, he came in before Yoshinobu Yamamoto. He goes an inning and a third, gave up a hit, but had 2 strikeouts, and I thought that all of these guys, the Yamamotos and the Blake Snells, I mean, this is just foreign territory for these guys. I mean, coming out of the bullpen like that, and Blake Snell, he comes in the 9th inning. He got Guerrero to fly out, a guy who had a home run off of him. Bichette singled off of him. He left a changeup kind of up. But he was able to get out of this the way that he did, I thought was really, really impressive because he entered the game in the 8th inning, too, after Emmet Sheehan had given up that double to Clement. And the Dodgers, they were still trailing at that point. It was a 4-3 game in the 8th inning, and you got the runner on second. Blake Snell comes in. He gets Jimenez to line to third. He strikes out Cheater Boy, Loser Boy. I hope George Springer is crying in that clubhouse, Mr. Cheater, and he gets him swinging at a slider, and then he gets Schneider. He strikes him out with a curveball. So Blake Snell, he definitely had his fingerprints on this game. Blake Snell definitely did his thing. He earned this World Series for a lot of different reasons because of, hey, he was the Dodgers' best pitcher leading up to this World Series. He's a guy who faced the minimum in Game 1 against the Brewers. So, hey, you wanted your $182 million man to play a role and contribute, and he certainly did that. So let's hear from Snellzilla.
Champion, you meant so much to this team during the postseason, Blake. Here it is.
You want to see it? You want to see it? Hey, calm down.
How does that feel, holding that baby right there?
Feel pretty good. I've rocked it to sleep already. I'm learning, it's the first time I've held that. Pause. And I'm beyond excited. Beyond excited.
You signed with the Dodgers for this. Is it everything you thought it would be?
Yeah, it's a dream come true. A team that's all in together, that wants to win. We only care about finding ways to win. And the ultimate team effort today to win that game and find a way to win against, we were down the whole game and found a way to come back and win it. And man, there's nothing better than this.
The Fantastic Four starters, you guys came through time and time again. What does it mean to be not just a one-man show, but be part of a group like that?
I think the best part about this group is that we have time together to get better, to learn from one another. And man, I'm so excited about what's to come with this group. But for us to do what we did today, dig deep, fight together as a team, Miggy going deep, Will ending it, and then Yama closing it with 2 2/3. I got to learn from him. That was impressive. Impressive.
Blake, when you look around, everybody in this room was playing hurt. They left it all out on the field, including yourself. What does it say about how badly you wanted this for everybody?
A lot of people are hurt. Yeah. But just find a way to win, find a way to compete. And it's all worth it in the end. You can't take that away from me. Can't take it away. It's going to be at my crib.
Let me be the first to say it. Blake Snell, world champion.
Can't take that away.
Can't take that away. Snellzilla, hello. Hello.
Blake Snell, World Series champion. And, hey, all I got to say is one thing I want to see at the parade on Monday. When Blake Snell gets the mic, can we get a bar? Can we get a verse from Blake Snell? Because you guys know, by the way, I see all the hilarious jobs finished. I love that comment right there. Yeah, George Springer. Yeah, that World Series title is in the trash with the 2017 title. He's probably thrown up in the trash. Can I see that, George Springer? But, yeah, I want to see Blake Snell drop a little freestyle on Monday. But let's celebrate with Blake Snell with his rap.
But it's just for show. You keep it amateur while I keep it pro. I'm about my business while you're about your dough. I'm about my fans while you're about your hoes. You on the game like a birdie knows, it comes and it goes. You don't make me head nod, you make me doze. My future is bright and your future is so dim. I'm on the game like Jack when he broke through the rim. So I look through my glasses and what do I see? Your boy B Snell is tearing up this beat. So I'ma hit you like Ali did versus Frazier. In rip, knockout, now where is my paper? RP to Frazier and all of my haters. I'ma keep it 100, so hit me on my page. Like Jordan did the game 6 when he hit him with that fader. I'm in my prime like Magic on the Lakers.
Boom, Blake Snell. Rack him. Let's go. Blake Snell. All right. Now, keep firing in the comments. Let's see, we got some more super chats right here. See what else we got. We've got, here we go, Malachi 499. Sorry, Soulja Boy. Blake Snell's the first rapper to win the World Series. Cesar Flores 499. Let's go, Dodgers. West Coast, the best coast. Haters are silent tonight. Working in Boston and representing all day. Love it. Sonny $5. Appreciate it. Cheers, D-Max. Shoey tonight. I already popped that Shoey, man. These Jordans are going to be pretty cooked after this one. But World Series clincher on Fernando's birthday. Yeah, happy birthday to the great Fernando Valenzuela. I know he was looking down on us today, giving the Dodgers some good vibes in this Game 7. If you were Doc, would you have brought in Kersh for that final out? Are you kidding me? I hope Sonny, I love you. So, you're joking, right? I said on the pregame show, anything less than a 5-game lead, and preferably 6, I wouldn't have considered Kersh just because I think you tempt the baseball gods. You make a mockery a little bit of the World Series when you do that, and also you needed to win this game any way you could. And the last thing you would want for Clayton Kershaw would be to be a detriment for this team just for some participation award. You didn't need to do that. Absolutely did not need to do that. But Nathaniel, oh my Lord, Nathan Animal, $199, $200, my man. Woo! Jeez. We got some big ballers here. I love that, Nathaniel. Appreciate it. I'm gonna hand deliver this to Andrew Friedman so we can get some bullpen help. We need to sign some guys because his bullpen needs help. That's going to go right towards contracts for sure. But thank you so much. World Series prize requires World Series money. Thanks, DMAC and company. I hope this reaches out to who needs it. And as always, go Dodgers. Nathaniel, I really, really appreciate that. 1999, thank you so much. We got Lou, Dynasty, DYNASTY. Yes, we won by grit, fair, and Destiny. LFG celebrating for Arizona back-to-back. Anthony Madrid, $49.99. Thank you so much. Bruce Wayne, $5. This is a dream come true. However, expect the 25 cheap owners in MLB to push for a salary cap. Now they will really ruin baseball. Hey, at least we got one more year, and then they can keep crying. But I talked to the ownership group of this team, and they told me, hey, give us the rules. We'll play by the rules. They're playing by the rules, and they're going to find a way to maximize. And one thing no one talks about is the things that you can spend unlimited funds on: resources, minor leagues, facilities, food, employees, all that stuff they're going to do, and you're still going to have a competitive advantage financially no matter what you do. But yeah, this is, as Glassnow said, an absolute storybook ending to what has turned out to be a dream season for the Dodgers. Love you, D-Mac. Can't wait till next year. I love all you guys. This is just a Dodger love fest in here, guys, and we're celebrating because if you're on this chat, we know why you're here. We know why you're here because you love this team on a deep level where you don't just start watching this team in October, right? You watch all year. The Rockies in July, the Pirates in August, whenever it may be a road game. You're tapped into your team 24/7, 365, and that's why a game like tonight's, a series like this one, a postseason run like this one is even that much more rewarding because you've seen all the highs, all the lows of this team, and hey, this team, they find a way to win by any means necessary, and that's what makes it so satisfying. But let's hear from Dave Roberts. I'm curious to see what he had to say. I'm not trying to be a Debbie Downer or anything like that, but I am curious to see what he had to say if he was asked about that third inning there and having Shohei Ohtani back out there because, thankfully they won. And I think Shohei, he had hits in this one. He did his thing. But here was Dave Roberts, who, by the way, any Dave Roberts haters, I know that even after this win, you're going to say fire Dave Roberts. Dave Roberts is going to be there's 23 managers in the Hall of Fame. Dave Roberts now is a 100% absolute lock to be a Cooperstown Hall of Famer. Dave Roberts is going to the Hall of Fame. And I'm going to talk about his masterclass. Who's the guy that was the reason why, one of the major reasons why they won tonight, Miguel Rojas? It was Dave Roberts that put him in the lineup yesterday. Miggy Rowe, because he had a feeling. Wasn't based on analytics. It was gut. And his gut was right. And Miguel Rojas was a big reason. The MVP of Game 7. Here was Dave Roberts, future Hall of Famer.
Part of it was you passed Tommy Lasorda for most World Series titles. I think Walt Charleston actually has more. But what does that mean to you?
Yeah, it's hard to, reconcile that one. I've just got so much respect for Tommy and, what he did in the game. And so right now, I'm just really elated and really proud of our team, our guys, the way we fought. And we've done something that hasn't been done in decades. And, there were so many, as we talked earlier, so many pressure points and how that game could have flipped. And we just kept fighting and, guys stepped up big. So I could just go on and on about, the big plays, the big performances. And, this is one of the greatest games I've ever been a part of. And this whole series and what the Blue Jays did, and they gave us everything they had, and just such a first-class organization.
You can smell the champagne from here. You pressed the right button at every juncture, especially tonight, but throughout the series. I don't even know what the question is. Can you talk a little bit about how you
I just think it just goes down to just trusting your players. And, it's nice when you can look down the roster and have 26 guys that you believe in and know that at some point in time their number's going to be called. And that's kind of what happened. And so, Miggy Rowe, I talk about the game honors you. And, right there, the game honored him. He does things the right way, and he deserved that moment. And what Yoshi did tonight, is unprecedented, in modern day baseball. And, just the young guys coming out there with the arms and just the big plays. And again, it's been a long season, man. We started out in Tokyo and ended up north of the border. So just proud of this group of guys.
Good. Jack in the second row.
Dave, what was the mood in the dugout like when Miguel was coming up there in the ninth, and just being able to manage that game with the way it started and the deficit you guys faced? What did it show you about your club that you guys were able to come
we
back
were going to play 27 outs, and obviously it doesn't look great, in that moment. But I trust him to take the at bat, and he got a pitch that he could handle and hit the biggest hit he's ever had in his life. And obviously at that point in time we felt real good about it, and we needed a next level performance from Yama, and we got it.
Can you walk through just the pitching maneuvers from Snell to Yama and then sticking with him once you got to the 11th, just kind of what was going through your brain those last couple innings?
Yeah, I'm still trying to unpack it. Yeah, Snell was good. I just felt that, he gave us what he had, and I think Glass pitched before him. Honestly, I just kind of try to push guys as much as they could, and, having Emmet in there and, Robo doing his thing, got some big outs. And for me at that point in time, I wanted to give, Roki or Yamamoto an opportunity to keep the game, at bay. And then, once he did that, he felt confident that he could stay in his delivery, wasn't going to compromise health. And then at that point in time, even for that third up, he said, Daijobu, means I'm okay. And so for me, I just trusted him, and he came up big again.
We've asked you about the dynasty question a couple times over the years. I mean, do you look at this as cementing that? Just what does going back-to-back and winning 3 and 6 years kind of mean to what you guys have put together here?
We've put together something pretty special. I do know that. I'm proud of, the players, for the fans, scouting, player development, all this stuff. To do what we've done in this, span of time is pretty remarkable. And I guess I'll let the pundits and all the fans talk about if it's a dynasty or not. But I'm pretty happy with where we're at.
Go to Steve and then Jim.
Congratulations. I want to ask you a couple questions about Yamamoto. You've dealt with pitchers before. Is there something in his physiology, the way he approaches, what he did tonight is sort of unheard of?
It's unheard of, and I think that there's a mind component. There's a delivery, which is a flawless delivery. And there's just an unwavering will. I just haven't seen it. I really haven't. And, all that combined, and there's certain players that want moments, and there's certain players that, want it for the right reasons. But, Yoshi is a guy that I just completely, implicitly trust, and he's made me a pretty dang good manager.
Are there things, though, that's just part of his makeup? Does he throw differently? Because you usually are not able to do what he did tonight, throw a lot of pitches. And then is there something just in his style?
Well, it's he uses his body very efficiently. And it's the whole engine that works and not just the arm. So he's just very efficient with his delivery.
Can you just expand?
I can't go into all that. That's not, no.
Okay.
No.
We'll go to Jim.
I guess my first question would be, how do you say bulldog in Japanese?
Yeah, good question. We got a lot of people that can answer that question.
I mean, how what he did tonight, what Buehler did in the ninth inning last year. I mean, similarities, differences. What did you see?
Yeah, similarities. Walker is obviously in Dodger lore, and Yoshi just put himself right there with him. Throwing 100 pitches and come back after a 1 day off and going 3 innings. It's pretty crazy. I'm kind of crazy for sending him back out there, but I just felt he was the best option. And again, it's something that I just never imagined. But you got to trust players, and I believed in him. We all believed in him, and. Yeah, this game, again, I'm having a hard time unpacking it. Just what a great series, what a great game, and I think we're going to be talking about this game for a long time.
And the other thing, I mean, you guys started in March in Japan. You started before anybody else, and you're the last team standing, and there's been a lot of ups and downs this season. I mean, if you could put that into a few words, what this roller coaster has been like this year.
Yeah, I mean, you can look back at the miles that we've logged this year. I think Brene Brown comes to mind. Grit, the real definition of grit, passion, and perseverance for a long-term goal, and we never wavered. And it's a long season. We started, as you said, in Tokyo, and we kept going, and we persevered, and we were the last team standing.
Go to Anthony, fifth row, straight back.
Doc, congrats. As you said, this was not just a great game, but a great series, and people talk about in baseball mapping out innings or what. There was so many things that happened in the series that could not have been mapped out, especially the 18 innings.
It wasn't
game.
mapped out.
Yeah. What can you say about just these two teams just emptying the tank against each other?
That's what it's about. I mean, those guys, I got so much respect for what John does with his team and his staff and the organization, and they gave us everything we had. It was just a brawl, and both teams fighting and punching back and responding, and yeah, I mean, it's just, I'm speechless. I really am. I mean, it's going to go down in one of the ages, Anthony. And as I'm answering, I kind of forgot your question. Did I answer your question?
Yeah, absolutely. You used your entire rotation.
Yeah.
It's like these are things that we don't.
Yeah, and I think the thing is that, you look at around the room and you just see guys and everyone wants to participate. And you just got to figure out when's the right time to call their number and know, when to bet on them, when to push them, when to pull the plug. And it just makes it a lot easier where I just know these guys are ready for whatever moment that I ask of them.
All right, guys. So I see some comments saying that I need to pay up my debt because I said if the Dodgers would win, I would do the post-game show shirtless and do a shoey. So here we go. Back-to-back champions. The Dodgers are a dynasty. This is the golden age of Dodger baseball. That was the greatest World Series I've ever seen. Let's go! Woo! Are we live? Because we don't give a F here at Dodgers Nation. But all right, guys, that is going to do it for the final Dodgers Nation post-game show of the 2025 season. Enjoy this one. This is a special team. You guys are special fans. This is the golden age of Dodger baseball, and this is something to celebrate. This team has given us pure joy, and this is peak Dodger baseball. The ups and downs, everything this team had to persevere to get to this point and win the way they did. Toronto on the road, the way they did. A dynasty has been born today, and the Dodgers are World Series champions, back-to-back champions. All the haters that saying the Dodgers are ruining baseball, let's ruin some more baseball next year. Let's ruin the offseason. Let's go and get Kyle Tucker and trade for Tarek Skubal. Let's make this monster even more ferocious than it already is. But you will remember this series for the rest of your life. You'll remember this game for the rest of your life. You'll remember this team for the rest of your life. Yamamoto, Miguel Rojas, Will Smith, Max Muncy, Mookie Betts, Shohei Ohtani. Let's go through everyone. Everyone that went on. This is like a video game. This is like a video game when you beat the game and at the end you see all the credits. You see all the credits of that video game. And let's give credit to all the Dodgers this year. All the Dodgers that made this possible. Will Smith, Freddie Freeman, Tommy Edman, Mookie Betts, Max Muncy, Michael Conforto gets a ring. Andy Paz, Teoscar Hernandez, Shohei Ohtani, Miguel Rojas, Kike Hernandez, Hae-Sung Kim, Dalton Rushing, Alex Freeland, Alex Call, Ben Rortvet, Benny the Vet Rodriguez, the Rottweiler, Austin Barnes, James Outman, Chris Taylor, Esteri Ruiz, Buddy Kennedy, Eddie Rosario, Hunter Fiducia, Chucky Robinson, Justin Dean, Tanner Scott, Anthony Bonda, Yamamoto, Yoshinobu Yamamoto, Clayton Kershaw goes out with the ring, Dustin May, Tyler Glassnow, Emmet Sheehan, Shohei Ohtani, Tanner Scott gets a ring, Jack Dreyer, Alex Vesia, you're in our thoughts and our prayers, and we are thinking of you, number 51. Kirby Yates, Ben Kasparius, Justin Robleski, Blake Snell, Landon Knack, Roki Sasaki, the Catman, Tony Gonsolin, Matt Sauer, Luis Garcia, Blake Trinan, Lou Trevino, Edgardo Henriquez, Will Klein, Michael Kopech, Alexis Diaz, Noah Davis, Evan Phillips. How about the other pitchers? Miguel Rojas and Kike Hernandez. They're two-way guys too. Bobby Miller, Yandres Gomez, Chris Stratton, Brock Stewart, Ryan Ludis, Jack Little, Jose Urena, Paul Gervais, Andrew Heaney, JP Fireeisen, and Julian Fernandez. You are World Series champions. Brusdar Graterol, Alex Call. We just named the entire roster. You guys are the 2025 World Series champions. And from the bottom of my heart, I want to thank each and every one of you that makes this show what it is. The number one most viewed show about the Dodgers, the number one Dodgers podcast. There's a ton of them out there, but you guys are what make this show what it is, because you guys are my co-hosts. You guys are the fans. Want to thank the producers of this show. Want to thank Antonio Tony Taters. I'm shirtless. Tony Tater's butt naked right now in the streets of Los Angeles. Want to thank Noel Sanchez, Gary Lee, every single one of you out there. I want to thank Drake for the Drake curse being real and how many L's he's going to take from L.A. But thanks to all you guys out there for a dream season from Arizona to Tokyo to L.A. to Toronto to all around. Your Dodgers are back-to-back World Series champions. They're the marquee franchise in Major League Baseball. And tonight we saw the birth of a dynasty. And I want to thank you guys for rocking with us. Hit the subscribe button. Hit the notification bell. Also, if you will, do me the biggest favor. If you want to support me, join the LA Sports Report. This show is brought to you by the LA Sports Report. And head over to the LASportsReport.com to check that out as well. Got some more super chats. It's Lima time. It's party time. I'm going to go rewatch the game right now. I'm going to go have me a carne asada burrito. But, of course, I want to give you guys shout-outs on the I'm almost two tall boys to me. I've had two Modelo tall boys, and that to me is enough to get me white girl wasted on this show. So I want you to also make sure that, let's see, we got Antonio, D-Mac, you have my heart. I was teary-eyed at work. They all came together. Dodgers for life, $49.99. Ryan, hell yeah. That's D-Mac After Dark. Thank you for everything, Doug. Everything on this chat is a World Series champion. Yeah, you guys are all World Series champion. Cheers, salute, kung pai. See everyone at the parade. Yep, I'll see you guys at the parade. We've got Bring the Off-Season Dodgers Nation coverage. I know, hey, trust me, you guys know I'm licking my chops. I'm champing at the bit. It's champing at the bit. People say chomping. That is an incorrect usage of that. But let's see some more here down below, and we will get out of here, and we can keep the celebration going. We've got, all right, we've got Mr. Natty. Take care, everyone. See you in the left field pavilion in 2 Tortas in a 12-pack, back-to-back. When's the off-season shows start, DMAC? Jason Diamond, you guys know me. No days off. All Dodgers baseball, 24/7, 365. El Munchingon, we love you, Tony Taters, and your new girlfriend. Which one? Antonio has more girlfriends than Leonardo DiCaprio. I mean, the dude, he goes through a girlfriends like the Dodgers go through regular season pitchers. I mean, it's like a new girlfriend every single day of the week for Tony Tortas. Whiskey time. Okay, we got also want to give a big shout out to rest of Dodgers Nation, Noah and Buddy and Aaron, Gabe, Robert, Emma, and Antonio, Nelson, Nelly, and Sam Garcia. You guys are another reason why Dodgers Nation is what it is. That is the greatest Dodgers media company on the planet. All right, guys, thanks again for rocking with us. Let's keep celebrating. Let's party all off season. Let's celebrate this era of Dodger baseball. I'm going to go streaking in the streets of Hollywood. Of course, I'm not going to do that, but thank you guys. I will get my Al Pastor tacos. You know me too well. And yeah, let's see. Let's see some more. I'll do the quick shout outs at the way out. Like I see you guys want me to do that. So let's see here. Cody Lou, Doug. What up, Cody Lou? Dodgers legend, Dodgers Nation legend, Cody Lou. Cody Lou, man. Tonight, Yoshinobu Yamamoto was nastier than Cody Lou's search history on Google. Well, I'm probably not that nasty, but in DMAC we trust. Dustin May, need a fire take. Beer 505, carne asada burrito, and Modelo's. DMAC is a foo. You guys know how I gets down, my man. We got no one can take this from us. War Dodgers, Joe Magazzini, DMAC. This is the best Dodger show of all Dodger shows. I appreciate everything you do for us. Analysis, humor. You're a big part of my everyday life, and I can't thank you enough. Hey, thanks a lot. It really means a lot to me. We got repeat is now done. Dope fine. Doug is the Dodger dog of the game. Dodger dog of the game. Dodger dog 805. We've got Let's Go Dodgers, Yamamania, Torta Nation. D-Mac is the real MVP. Thank you, Ricky. Rojas is my MVP. D-Mac, it was great to meet you with my daughter on Game 3 at Central Field Plaza. Awesome Dodger fanatic. Yeah, I probably met like 100 Dodgers fans this postseason, and it was really, really cool to meet all you guys. November 1st is National Yamamoto Day. Yo, D-Mac, Dodgers every day. Shiloh, Doug is the Dodger dog of the game. Is his shirt off? Yeah, that was the deal we made. And yep, guys, I'm going to renew my membership to Planet Fitness or Curves and get back in the gym. I used to bench press like 300 pounds, but you guys know the back gave out. But I'm getting back in the gym. Okay, Mom Mentality completed, job finished. And, all right, guys, Xander 808, Sunny 710, Yamamoto. We've got Thankful for No Conforto, Trinan, Scott, or Yates. Come on, Looney Mooney. That's how this show would end. People aren't even happy. You gotta dog someone at the end. David, Blue Jays. I love the Dodgers. Love you, D-Mac. Thank you so much. $10 mostly. Victor, BC, Go Tawny, D-Mac, Dodgers tattoo, Ellis Shiva Jones. No Dodgers tattoo because Conforto did not get the World Series MVP. But honestly, maybe I'll do it. We'll see. Dodgers forever. Thanks, D-Mac. Awesome work every time you hype up the team. Cody, D-Mac, and we've got Richard. D-Mac, you believed in this team when everyone thought they were done. You told us the map to a World Series title, and we believed you, and now they did it. You pushed for Miguel Rojas. I did. I honestly did, and it's great to see it. I mean, all the credit goes to the players. Pika Peep, Dodgers work hard for this. Okay, Miggy Rowe. Awesome guys. Ron Fig, Miggy Tat. D-Mac just wearing underwear from Enrique. All right, guys. Love you, D-Mac. Love you, Kevin. Love you, Jeremy. Love Dodger Dog. One more super chat. Kike out. Bellinger in. Okay, no. I love you, Dodge. Love you, D-Mac. Okay, see you guys. We'll do a show tomorrow. We'll continue to break this one down. See you at the parade on Monday. The Dodgers are a dynasty. Back-to-back champions. The 9th World Series in Dodgers franchise history. Enjoy every single minute, every single second of this with your family, with your friends. Enjoy going through Twitter and Instagram and rewatching this game on YouTube, because this is the start of another fantastic winter where we get to celebrate another World Series title. And this was a game for the ages, one we'll never forget. But that's going to do it for this episode of Dodgers Dugout Live. My name is Doug McKain. You can follow me on X and Instagram at DMac_LA. Hit the subscribe button, hit the notification button, hit the like button for your back-to-back World Series champion, Los Angeles Dodgers. Oh, it sounds so good. Feels so good to say that. See you guys tomorrow. See you guys Monday. Follow me on X and Instagram at DMac_LA. Go to gearup.la to buy our merch. Go to the LA Sports Report for a giveaway, my new channel about all LA sports. And the most important thing is, remember that nothing, absolutely nothing, brings us together quite like Dodger baseball. And until next time, think blue, bleed blue, and I'm out.
Start the party, Los Angeles! Your Dodgers have won the World Series!
And when the upcoming winter gives way to spring, rest assured, once again, it will be time for Dodger baseball.